How's it going? David Comic Book Investments. So, this is just very humorous to me. If you guys have been following me on my channel for a while, you know how I feel about this Todd McFarlane and Spawn. Anyways, I don't know if you guys follow his Instagram, but it's fantastic. So if you guys don't know, he has been making this Spawn movie, realistically, I think right after the first movie came out, I don't know, in the 90s sometime. I think he's been working on this movie since like the early 2000s. And I'm not even joking. I don't know exactly when. It's been forever. I always make the joke that, you know, he's been working on the script longer than the Bible's been around. I make jokes like that all the time. So, so he comes out. This was a couple days ago. Comes out. This is his Instagram. Literally, he says, Spawn movie update tomorrow. Awesome. Okay, what are we going to get? I don't really care. And then tomorrow comes, and then he goes, oh, sorry, it's been delayed. He even goes on a podcast, and they're like, oh, we brought you on because you have the Spawn movie news they could come out with. And he's like, sorry, I can't release the Spawn movie news because it's been delayed again. And it's just like... But finally, to tell you the real news, it finally came out. The saga has ended of what this great news is. You would think like, oh, okay. So the last we heard, which was pre-COVID, he said, I have the script done, but the studios need it to be X amount of pages. Right now, it's too many pages. So basically, the script was too much. And so he had to bring it down. So you're thinking, okay. And then he gets it down. And I remember this. He had the script in hand. He's like, I finally finished the script. It's down to the appropriate length, which means, you know, the runtime of the movie and all this kind of stuff. That was before COVID. That was like, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 years ago. I have no idea when it was. It was forever ago. I can't remember all his mispromises. So now he's saying, hey, I got a big announcement. Movie. So your script's been done for years. So you'd think, okay, I'm assuming that this movie news will be like, I have a trailer coming out. Ooh, that'd be big news. Like, oh, you secretly filmed this? Or filming begins X, Y, and Z. Because Jamie Foxx has been attached to this movie for like 10 years. So, and, you know, eventually it's going to be Grandpa Spawn because Jamie Foxx is a real human and ages. So, and if you guys heard anything about the script, it sounds terrible, to be honest. He says he wants Spawn to be the boogeyman in the background that's not really there, like Jaws. If you've ever seen Jaws, the shark is barely in the movie, but it's centered around everyone else involved, and Jaws is barely in it. But the reason why Jaws is barely in it is because the shark had malfunction issues and they couldn't get it to work, which actually boded well for the movie. He's trying to make it like that. And it was more about the detectives or someone else. And you're like, yes, that is why I like Spawn. You know, because I like to know about the detectives. That's what I want to know about. I want to go into the superhero universe so I can learn about the detectives that are involved. No, you go to Spawn because you want to watch Spawn. I don't read a Hulk comic book because I want Hulk in the background and I want to read about Betty Ross. Like, dumb. So, anyways, and I heard that he wants to direct this movie personally. Now, the reason why he's having so much issues is because since he wants to direct this movie personally, no studio wants to finance it because they're like, you don't know how to direct. You have no credit, you know, so get a real director and maybe we'll fund your movie. So then he has to find ways and he's toned down the budget and stuff. I'm like, why don't you just finance it yourself? Like he's talked about, it's like, I can't get the studios to finance me. I'm like, you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds. I think the last time I checked, he was like $300 million was his net worth. Now, obviously, the internet doesn't know for sure. But I guarantee you he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Just finance it yourself. Or do something like this. If you believe in the movie so much, be like, I'll put up the first 100 million or 50 million, whatever it is. And the studio, you can match me and I'll pay you back first. So that way, if the movie ends up only making like 50 million, at least you get your 50 million back first. And then I lose out on mine. Do something like that if you believe in the project. But no, he wants someone else to finance his pet project where he's going to be his first time directing is this project. So what's the movie news? I've gone on too long. Oh, what do you know? They got new writers. I thought the script was done. No, it is not done. It is not done. So all that, you know, prepping before and telling us all that the script was done. You had to get it down to so many pages. Nope. Back to the drawing board we go. And basically, the script is the very first thing that happens when you're making a movie. So yeah, they're back to stage one. That's great news. That's fantastic news. Good job, Todd McFarlane. It will be another 70 years until we, maybe see another Spawn movie. I think it came out in, I want to say 97 or 98, but I think I'm off. I remember, so the cool thing was about the Spawn movie, I remember this. They had two different versions. They had an R-rated version and a PG-13 version. And I remember trying to convince my mom to rent, I think, the R-rated version. And I can't remember, it's been so long. But it was like, I have a million brothers and sisters, and for some reason it's just me and my mom that night. And so she rented it for me, and I got to watch it. I don't think I remember it being good. I mean, I've seen clips of it since, but obviously it didn't age well. But nonetheless, but still. So they got a new writer. So it's going to be a long time, because what's going to happen is they're going to write a script, and then he's not going to be happy with it. So he's going to do some rewrites, and then the studios won't want to get involved, because the whole reason he's getting these writers is so the studios go, hey, you have the writer from The Joker and Captain America 4? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I guess, that will, take a risk. But he's going to rewrite it, and then the studios will drop out, and then he'll get all mad. He's like, why don't studios fund my movie? And it's like, why don't you fund it yourself? Or why don't you not direct? And I have no problem with him wanting to direct. If I made a movie, I'd want to direct it too. That's just how it goes. But you also have to get out of your own way. Maybe just be there for the storyboards. Maybe be a producer on it. Have someone else that has directing experience do the actual directing. So nonetheless, I don't think this means anything. I think they're just basically, hey, we're at stage one again. And anyone's been following the story knows that we've been at stage one multiple times. And this is another long line of disappointments from Todd McFarlane.